You're supposed to eat the carb, not avoid them.
I hate carbs. I'm shredded. Ah!
Man, you guys. So today I really want to talk about something that everyone just kind of seems to hate on, and I don't know why. Like carbohydrates. For those who think you can't get ripped off of eating carbohydrates, it's nowhere near true. Like, yeah, I'm sure they get a bad rap. I'm sure a lot of people don't understand why they get a bad rap, though. I mean, there's millions of people who eat carbohydrates and get a shredded six-pack. My friend Chris here, actually, who I filmed that video with at the beginning, he has a six-pack and he eats 300 grams of carbohydrates a day. Like, I'm sure eating carbohydrates is an effective weight loss strategy for a keto diet, but do you know why? It takes the proteins, or fats is what they want to target, their fats, and wants to start ketosis, which breaks down the fats for carbs, which makes them use their fat storage as fats, which is perfect. But for those who don't know how to do it properly, makes them go into glycogenesis, which breaks up the proteins. So, I mean, why risk it when you could just go into a calorie deficit and go that way, you know? A lot easier, a lot better, makes more sense. So I just want to go over carbohydrates and why I think they're so freaking awesome. Like, honestly, if I didn't have them, I couldn't have done the workout I just did, because whew, that was a workout. Man. But yeah, I'm really hoping that for those carb haters out there that end up watching this video can love carbs after this, because carbs are so freaking good. So please, watch this video and just make sure you understand why you should eat carbs. We're going over 3 types of carbohydrates, I should say first. It's gonna be the sugar, the white stuff everyone's addicted to, but still legal. And then we have starches, and then we have fiber. I love fiber. Fiber is fan-freaking-tastic. So starches, the reason why they get a bad rap is because people don't know which starches to eat, because starches are those golden, flaky French fries that I think everyone loves. And if you eat too many of those, well, they're deep fried in oil. If they're deep fried in oil, they have a lot of fat to it. They have a lot of fat to it. There's a lot more calories per gram in fat than there's carbohydrates. So you're going to gain weight faster. You don't really take this into consideration when you're eating French fries. But if you eat the correct starches, like whole wheat bread or whole wheat pasta or a sweet potato or just a regular potato, you're gonna go more into an area that is just better for you, keeps your body stable. And that's because it's packed with so much vitamins and complex strains and just so many stuff that if I just went into it, it'd just take forever. So I'm just kind of gonna go over why it's good for you instead. So the reason why you want to eat these kind of starches is because they're packed with so much more fiber. And yes, fiber, I know, right? Mind blown. So if you just eat more of these, for one, it gives you more energy. 2, it gives you the concept of feeling full longer. So those on the keto diet who are feeling hungry, if they are, because I've tried it and it's okay. But yeah, back on track here. For those who don't eat them at all, are gonna feel just low energy, because it's the fuel source for the brain, the fuel source for the muscles, and it just keeps you going all day. So if you have that fiber in you, it gives you more energy, makes you feel full longer, and being full longer means it's more effective for weight loss strategy. It means you don't want to eat as much. So honestly, why not go that route and make sure you're getting all the proper macronutrients you need for the day, instead of making one replace another, because that is not a healthy, effective way to lose weight. So the second one I want to talk about is fiber. This is the golden child of carbs, like the best one you can. He can do no wrong. It's the one where the parent goes, Jimmy, he's our perfect kid. even though they just found him, I don't know, stealing 10 bags of apples from a grocery store. I don't know. I like apples. So pretty much the reason why fiber is so amazing is because, for one, it aids in digestion. So it really makes sure you're not wasting time sitting on the toilet being constipated. And also it's correlated to lower cholesterol levels, which a lot of us around here, by the time we're 50, have insanely high cholesterol levels. So for those who are watching this, if you want to help lower your cholesterol levels, I'll have a video on that. But for now, fiber, fantastic way to do it. Please just start eating more fiber. And the bonus from fiber is what we've already talked about. It makes you feel full longer. If I knew this, like if I actually studied more when I was losing weight, when I dropped 95 pounds, is I wish I knew more about fiber. Because I would have ate so many more vegetables, even though I actually did eat a lot, but I would have ate more. Because I always felt hungry because I was eating so little calories. I was eating like 1,800 calories, and I'm a 6'3" male, 268 pounds. I mean, of course, I'm a lot more calories. So how much fiber should you have? Well, one of my biggest mottos is too much of anything is a bad thing. So I'd recommend 25 to 30 grams of fiber for a healthy adult, male or female. I know they tend to split it up. Oh, a female should have less, male should have more, because males consume more energy. But honestly, for fiber, 25 to 30 grams is just the perfect range for everyone. It's actually not as hard as you think to hit that. I mean, I used to struggle with it really hard, and then I was like, well, you know what? More vegetables! And I'm more full, and I'm getting more gains from it. Like, I'm getting more pumpy, because like the glucose from these carbs is what's fueling our muscles. So if you're trying to get ripped, this is the way to go. Now, there are two types of fibers. There's insoluble and there's soluble fibers. The first one we'll talk about is soluble. Soluble fibers, little science lesson, they turn into like a gel-like structure when mixed with water. Just a side little fact to know, because that's kind of sounds fun, you know? I don't know why. I wanted to tell you. This is the fiber that lowers blood cholesterol levels. Like, this is the one that does that for you. But there's also one more thing that it does that's fantastic. It also drops glucose levels in the body. So you have those glucose spikes that make you hungry, that you want more food. This is what's going to help you lower those levels so you're not as hungry. You feel more full. So where can I find these soluble fibers? Well, they're in quite a lot of things. They're found in peas, beans, fruits, oats, and so much more. Those are just a couple I can name off the top of my head. They're just so good for you. I don't know. I could rant about fiber all day, but there's one more thing I want to talk about fiber, and that is the insoluble fiber. That is the stuff that pushes your shit out, literally. It is the stuff that goes in your mouth and comes right out and helps everything else also come right out. That's why when you eat corn, it sometimes comes out of corn. I know, a little gross, but hey, little side note, little thing you can tell your friends. But where can you find insoluble fiber? Well, it's actually found in a lot of places that soluble fiber could actually be found. Whole wheat food, I think, is one where insoluble fiber is found alone. Nuts, beans, and a lot of vegetables that you should be eating. And if you're not, and you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to be healthier, why aren't you eating your vegetables? Like, listen to your mom, listen to your grandma, listen to whoever told you to eat vegetables growing up, because they're right. I don't know how else to tell you. I don't know how more blunt I can be. Eat your freaking vegetables, because they are good for you and they will continue to be good for you. Now, if you do have a problem with gluten intolerance, well, there are other options like beans and, vegetables. A lot of my friends recently, and even my own mother, they can't eat gluten. They can't process it because gluten is hard on the stomach. It's common sense nowadays that's just how it is. So if you don't want to eat that, your diet's more strict, and you want to reach out to me, I will have a link down below where you can do so, because I am more than happy to help those who need help in eating. I've been studying this for about 3 years now, so if you need to know more about these fibers and where to get it and how to help with your diet, anything, hit me up below. The last carb is what makes carbs evil. Sugar. I like sugar. You should have sugar. You should eat it. I mean, you should have everything, just well-balanced sugar. So sugars is kind of more of like a tragic hero type of role. You need sugars, and a lot of people bash on them because scientists say that it leads to gaining weight, obesity and diabetes. Well, there's actually no proven facts that does that. And of course, eating too much of anything does lead to weight gain. So as long as you're not eating too much of these sugars, it's not a problem. But how can we make sure to eat the right sugars and not too many? Is there anything we can do to stop this? Well, yeah, you stop eating anything with excess added sugars like bakery goods. You also stay away from anything sugary like sodas and pops and anything like fruit juices, and try to switch over to like a black coffee or teas with no added sugars to it. Before I continue going on the sugars and going on to energy, and how you just start to lack it, it's currently 3 in the morning right now, and I'm running low on energy, and even if it doesn't seem that energetic, and maybe I am, I don't know, but my editor and I, he's sitting right across from me right here. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Say hi, Ian. We're working on this video to make sure that it gets the best view for you guys. So I really hope you guys go ahead and click subscribe and that like button for us, so that way I continue to do these videos. Okay, so let's continue on with sugars. For natural sugar, there is the fructose and there's the lactose. You guys, I'm sure, have already heard of lactose, of course, because it's in milk. I drink milk. I don't know if you guys still do. I like it a lot, but hey, little personal fact about me. But the fructose is found in fruits like apples, bananas, you know, all those delicious fruits that you should be eating. So the reason why we need these sugars, it's because, for one, it aids in protein digestion and use, and 2, it gives us energy. And without it, your workouts, they would suck. I mean, imagine going to the gym always fatigued and tired. Now, added sugar is why sugar gets a bad rap. And not only sugar, it also makes carbs get a terrible rap, like a terrible name. Like, if it wasn't for this, and a lot of us loving it and being addicted to sugar, carbs would never be a question of us getting fat. Yeah, like things like soda, fruit juices, and bakery goods are loaded with added sugar. It's not the sugar that's the problem, it's that they put so much in it, it's giving us so much excess calories that we're eating so many because we're so addicted to it. We keep shoving more and more brownies in our mouths and we're like, I can't stop. This is the reason why we're gaining weight. But if that's what you want to do, you want to eat 6 brownies for the day, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I would just advise you against eating 6 brownies for your meal. You know me, eating donuts for the entire day. That was pretty bad. I felt really low energy. I had a very good start on that, and I was going. And then as soon as I got back from my walk, I was exhausted. Why? Because my body used so much insulin, and my pancreas was like, let's go. That when I came back, I was craving sugar, and my body wanted to use that as energy more and more and more. What do we do if we are stuck in a cycle where our body just wants more and more and more sugar? Well, it's actually quite easy to fix this. All you have to do is, once you get that craving in that curve when you're getting fatigued, low energy, is replace that type of sugar with fruit or, a glass of milk. It's one of the good natural sugars, and that should curb it and causing you to get off that cycle. Yes, it'll be a slower route other than going cold turkey, but who likes going cold turkey? That is a blue. Like I said before, eating some sugar is not a bad thing. You want sugar, it's gonna help you. Even eating some added sugars is not a bad thing. I would just try to keep it under, I'm gonna be generous here, I'd say under 50 grams a day. I'd recommend 35, but if you can get under 50, that's more than enough. I'm not talking about total sugar, I'm just saying added sugar. Your natural sugars, that lets you go over a little bit more. I say in total with added sugar and natural sugar, I'd say go maybe just a little over 130 grams of sugar a day in total. That way you'll continue to go and have the energy for the day. So that's going to wrap up my videos on carbohydrates. Just keep this in mind. Carbohydrates are needed for energy in working out and muscle storage, for refuel, and your brain. It's energy for your whole body. You need it. Don't stay away from it. Don't let your body use your other macros. Eat that carbohydrate. Eat that donut every now and then, not every meal. And guys, just remember the golden nutrition rule that I always follow. Too much of something can and probably will become a bad thing. So that is going to wrap up my video on carbs. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, I'm going to be coming out with fats, the week after proteins, and I'm going to be able to show you guys around my life more and not get you stuck in this boring room. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And guys, hit the subscribe and the bell. Have a good one.